What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Vampire's Kiss. So we're back at it, doing another Nicolas Cage review. And like I said, today we're doing Vampire's Kiss. So this movie, I've seen it on streaming for quite a while, but I never got around to watching it. And after watching it, I never knew this was the movie where like most of all the famous Nicolas Cage memes came from, and I was blown away. I was like, how did I not know this was the one? This was the movie. So yeah, this was it. Okay, overall, I had a good time with it. Is it an actual good movie? Not really. It's kind of like almost like a so bad it's good type movie. Um, the overall film is not great. It's hard to follow. It's boring at times. But Nicolas Cage is so over the top. He's so wacky, so zany. He's absolutely insane, and this movie is worth watching just for his performance. He absolutely kills it. Like he steals the show. So yeah, my overall opinion of the movie is pretty good movie. Not too bad. So the plot is centered around this character Peter, and he's played by the man, the myth, the legend, Nicolas Cage. And Peter is a literary agent. He lives in New York City, and basically he's the big boss at his work. And when he's not, you know, verbally abusing his constituents, when he's not just berating his coworkers, he likes going to his therapist. He goes to his therapist a lot, and at night he hits the bars, and he gets with ladies, and brings them back to the crib, and he goes to town. You know he he gets busy. So one night, Peter is bringing this woman home. They're getting busy. They're getting it on. They're getting intimate with it. And this woman, whips out the vampire fangs, bites Peter on the neck, and for the rest of the movie, Peter, he's going through it. He thinks he's becoming a vampire. So yeah, the rest of the movie just focuses on Peter thinking he's becoming a vampire, and the whole movie, the way it plays out, it's like, is he becoming a vampire? Like, he's not showing any signs. He's not growing fangs. Is he? Or is he just insane? So yeah, basically the rest of the movie just follows his journey, becoming a vampire, which he thinks he's becoming a vampire, and then like the audience is left to question, is he really becoming a vampire, or is he nuts? So that is the basic plot summary. So like I said, I didn't know it going into this movie, but this movie is responsible for so many of the iconic classic Nicolas Cage memes that we know and love. So the one, like, this is like the most iconic. This is like the whenever I think of memes, you always think about this is like a. I feel like this is like a OG meme. I feel like this has been around for years and years. Like, this is one of the earliest memes where, I could be wrong though. I don't know. I'm not really well versed with memes, but I know a little bit. I dibble dabble with the memes. So it's the one where Nicolas Cage has his eyes all bugged out and his head tilted, and then usually the text on the meme says, "You don't say." that's a still image from this movie. So, I mean, that's an iconic piece of pop culture. That's just an iconic piece of culture in general. I mean, everyone and their grandma. You could walk down the street. You could spark a conversation with a 96-year-old grandma, and she would know about that Nicolas Cage meme. So, I mean, that meme, it spans time, it spans generations. It's timeless, it's iconic, it's classic, it's recognizable, it's a part of the culture. So yeah, that's pretty cool that that meme is from this movie. I never knew that. Maybe I'm a simpleton, maybe I'm a stupid dummy. Gee, I don't know. I can't call it. So yeah, like throughout the movie, Nicolas Cage has his eyes all bugged out like this, and I was wondering, hey, why the heck is he doing that? Hey, Nicolas Cage, you don't gotta do all that. You could just have your eyes regular, and we would still mess with you. But I guess that was like a lot of the acting decisions in this movie. It wasn't like, I don't necessarily think it was a director's choice. I think Nicolas Cage went a little bit rogue. When I was reading the Wikipedia, which is, I always say this in all my videos, it's a great source. It's a very reputable source. Use it for school projects. Anytime you have a college paper due, use Wikipedia. So, anyways, I'm getting off track. I was reading on the Wikipedia that Nicolas Cage chose to do that with his eyes to appear terrifying. Was it terrifying? Not really. Was it hilarious and memorable? Absolutely. So there you go. Also, he has this weird accent throughout the entire movie, and he's supposed to be a New Yorker. It's not a New York accent. It's something like, it's something I've never heard before. I was like, I can't put my finger on it. What is this accent? The Wikipedia said it was a pseudo Transylvanian accent. So yeah, I guess he's supposed to sound Transylvanian. I don't know what a pseudo Transylvanian accent sounds like. Maybe he killed it, maybe he didn't. I can't call it, but it was a weird accent. But it kind of added to the just like the bizarre nature of the movie. So it kind of fit. Also, just a fun fact from the movie. This is like a little behind the scenes. Once again, brought to you by Wikipedia. What am I even doing here? Like, you guys could just look this up. Like, why are you even watching this? You could just look this up on the internet. Why are you watching some asshole talk about it? But I appreciate it. Thank you for watching this. Because I'm trying to get make 80 mil off YouTube monetization. I'm trying to get rich. I'm trying to cash out. I'm trying to sell out. All that. So my fun fact from Wikipedia is that there's a sequence where Nicolas Cage eats a cockroach. And I'm pretty sure he just straight up ate a live cockroach. Maybe they did some trickery. Maybe he just ate it. Like, I believe he would just eat a cockroach. But I guess in the script, he was only supposed to eat a raw egg. But he was like, no, that's lame. That's for the birds. Everyone and their grandmas eating raw eggs. That's not hardcore. He's like, you know what would shock the audience? Eating a cockroach. And I kind of rock with that dedication, because it did work with the whole, vampire theme and with the whole idea of him being crazy. I feel like that was actually a really good choice on his part, and I appreciate the dedication of him. If he really did eat that thing, who knows? But if he did, that is dedication. He did not have to do that. And I thought it was effective, and it did kind of fit the tone of the movie. So shouts out to Nicolas Cage for that. Moving on, I just want to talk about all of his wacky antics. So, like I said, whenever he's in the office, he's just yelling at all his constituents all the time, being just totally verbally abusive. He's just like makes all these frantic movements. He's just jumping on tables, just like moving around frantically. Yeah, just acting like a complete lunatic. But jumping into a couple standout scenes, you could look these scenes up on YouTube. They're on the full movie clips are on YouTube. So he's talking like throughout the whole movie. He has this woman, Alva, who works for him. He has her look for this file throughout the whole movie, and she can't find it. And it's not even that important. He acts like he's gonna lose this contract with this one constituent if he doesn't get this file. But like he's talking to the guy on the phone, and it's like not a big deal. Like the guy's like, just get it whenever. But he's just like uses it as a way to bully this grunt employee, this like low employee on the totem pole. So yeah, throughout like the whole movie, that's like a major plot point is this. He's trying to get this file and he's asking this woman to get the file, and it's like impossible. But anyways, he's talking to his therapist about it, and she's like, well, maybe it was misfiled. And he's like, misfiled? Like he's genuinely surprised. He's like, it never before crossed his mind that someone could misfile something. He's like, misfiled? That's a thing? How could that happen? He's like, how would you misfile something? It's alphabetical. How can you mess it up? And then he goes on this. He's like ranting and raving, and he starts like moving around the room, and he's saying all the ABCs. He's like, it's easy. It's alphabetical. It's alphabetical. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Like I don't know exactly how he did it, but it was something like that. Look that up on YouTube. Great scene. Fantastic. And then there's this other standout scene. This one is also on YouTube. So Nicolas Cage, he's posted in his office. He's wearing these sunglasses. They're like these big black sunglasses, like a 93-year-old person would wear who has like glaucoma. It's like those type of glasses that you'll see like a elderly individual wear when like it like covers like the side of your eyes, everything, like those big black glasses. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, he's wearing those glasses, and he's posted up in his office, he's sitting like this or something, and he's just eating pistachios. He's going to town on some pistachios, and he calls Alva in, and he's talking about the whole nature of her job and finding this file, and he's like, he's like, it's a horrible, horrible job, and I wouldn't get anyone else to do it. I have you do it because you're the lowest on the totem pole. He's like, if someone had one more day of experience than you, had been here one more day longer, and they had that one more day of seniority over you, I would not make them do this horrible, horrible job. He's like, it's a horrible, horrible job, and you have to do it, or I'll fire you. And when he's doing that, like he's posted up, initially he's wearing the sunglasses, but he takes the sunglasses off, and when he's yelling at her, he has his eyes all bugged out. Like he whips off the sunglasses to reveal the bug eyes, and he's just once again berating Alva for no reason. She's a very nice woman, a hard worker. She's like staying till 1 a.m. in the morning to try to find this file, but he just continues to just totally treat her like garbage. But that scene is it's so funny because he's got his eyeballs popping out of his face, and he's just like, you have a horrible, horrible job, and you have to do it, or I'll fire you. I don't know if that was his exact delivery. I might be overacting even more than him, but that's how you know, that's what I do. That's my thing. So, anyways, that scene's great as well. That's on YouTube. Those are some standouts, but there's like a lot of wacky moments throughout the movie. It's you gotta see it. You gotta see it to believe it. It's crazy. I don't even know how this thing got made. Like, I was just like, the whole time I was watching, I was like, is this real life? Is this a real movie? Like, I don't know what they were trying to do, but it turned out very well. So, yeah. But anyways, besides all the wackiness, and all like the crazy over the top Nicolas Cage stuff, for the most part, the overall movie was I might have said this earlier. The overall movie was pretty pretty boring a lot of the time, and it didn't seem like it was going anywhere. It was like you just have this woman trying to find a file, and it's like, is this an integral part of the plot? Like, is there going to be some great reveal with this file? Like, what is going on? Like, is anything going to happen in this movie? So yeah, a lot of the movie was boring, and it felt like it wasn't really going anywhere. It didn't have a lot of direction. So that's like a negative, but I feel like the movie redeemed itself in the third act, because the third act was absolutely positively insane, and I feel like a lot of the stuff, like the way a lot of stuff worked out, was pretty satisfying in my opinion. And it got just absolutely insane. So even though the first act and the second act were kind of boring and didn't really seem to go anywhere, the third act was great and pretty much made up for it. So there you go. But in terms of a recommendation, I would recommend Vampire's Kiss. This movie is it's so whacked out. It's so crazy. Like I said, it's spawned, you know, so many famous memes that are just, you know, a part of culture. So I think this movie, this isn't something that I would probably ever watch again, but I think it is worth checking out one time. Just it's like for the experience, for the ride. It's a crazy ride. So yeah, I would recommend Vampire's Kiss. Definitely watch it at least once, especially if you're a Nicolas Cage fan. So yeah, there you go. That's been my recommendation, and that has been my review. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.